FX Nation, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And we're going to be taking a look at understanding market behaviors. And we're going to start with our setups and our patterns that we actually trade on this channel. So without further ado, let's get started. All right guys, so in this particular type 2 setup, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and replay this chart here. And we're going to walk through the process, right? So on type 2 setups, what are your entry rules? Well, as this plays out here, obviously we need at least the second leg of the M or W to be inside of the London box, right? Or inside of the New York box. That's one of the primary things that you need, right? Is the second leg of an M or W inside of either the London or the New York box, okay? So the pattern is the first thing. Second is the timing, being basically inside of the boxes, right? And then the third thing that we need for entries is a crossover of the 5 and 13. All right. So here, as you can see, we have we're getting out of the Asian box here, and then a couple candles into the London session. What do we get here? Right? So look at the behavior here. We basically have a move up, which is this right here, a move down, right? A move right back up, and then we get 1, 2, 3 candles. Okay? Now notice how those candles essentially are not going past that high right there. Okay? So one of the most important things that I need you guys to understand is that at the end of the day, right, if you can understand essentially what market makers are doing, and if you can basically just think like a market maker, right, you'll understand what they're doing, and it'll allow you to get into trades with the best possible setup. Okay, so what are we going to do here? So you can see as we play this out one candle at a time, essentially we already have a second leg here. We just basically need confirmation of the crossover that happened, right? So as this is moving sideways like this, boom, there's your crossover right here. So we have a first leg here, we come down, we go up to a second leg, and look, that high basically is held essentially for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles, right? It's held for 6 candles so far, and then now we finally got an actual crossover that happens here. So what does this entry look like basically, right? So the entry looks like this. If we scrunch this up here a little bit, your entry is going to be after this candle because that's when the crossover happened. Your take profit, right, is essentially going to be the 200. So why is it the 200? Well, because if you go to the 50 right here, it doesn't make any sense to take this trade, right? It's only 7 pips away from the 50. Okay, so whenever you're close like this to the 50, you really can't use that as a take profit in this situation. So you have to go where? To the 200. Okay, and so where does your stop loss go? Well, your stop loss, you could go as far up as 15 pips, which is basically clearing all this stuff, right? That's one way to do it. You're still within 15 pips. You still have 30 pips as your take profit. You're still at a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, right? So as we play this out, you'll see what happens here is that they just keep going and going, right? And they hit the 200, and then it reverses, right? So you see the behavior. They hit it again, hit it again, hit it again, right? So on this particular trade, we had a type 2 setup that happened right here. First candle, second candle, and then the important attributes of this particular trade setup is that the high held, right? The high held, and then you basically had the crossover that happened. Okay, so second leg inside of the London box, crossover that happened, and you're able to use the EMAs in your favor and basically get a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio even when you're risking 13 pips. Now, granted, you could have risked a lot less. Okay, you could have gone something like this, 6 pips. Okay, now why could you have done this? Because essentially, if you think that this is going to be the high of the day, okay, then essentially there's a very high likelihood, right, that they're not coming back. Okay, because they already have enough people trapped. If they didn't have enough people trapped, essentially this would be a type 1, right, because they would need to go higher, right? But because they have enough people trapped, essentially that's what creates a type 2, right? And that's what creates it at the top of the range or at the bottom of the range. Okay, so for this type 2 setup, the entry rules are simple. Second leg of the M or W. Second leg has to be inside of the London box or the New York box. So in this case, it was inside of the London box, check. And then you had a crossover of the 5 and 13, check. Okay, you had the EMAs in your favor, check. Can you get, if you go down to the EMAs as take profits, let's say 30 to 200 here, can you get 30 pips out of it? Yes. Okay, what does that come out to basically? Does it come out more than 2-to-1 risk reward ratio? Yes. So everything pretty much checks off as far as what you can possibly do to take this trade. Okay, your take profit, because the EMAs are in your favor, is always going to be the EMAs, guys. It's very simple. When the EMAs are in your favor like this, you always use them to take profits. Okay, always use the EMAs when they're in your favor. I'm going to show you some examples when the EMAs are not in your favor so you can see. But in this example here, the EMA is in your favor, so you're going to use that to your advantage. Okay, so again, type 2 setup here. Real simple attributes of getting into the trade or trade entry is second leg in the London box, crossover the 5 and 13. Risk reward 2-to-1. Easily, you could have used 15 pips and not a problem. And most importantly, you got 30 pips out of it. All right, guys. So I hope that this video provided some value for you. I hope it gave you some insight into this particular setup. And so hopefully you'll become a better trader from it. Guys, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you in the next video. Guys, if you need any more help or you like the content that we provide on this channel, come on over to the FXN Masterclass. It's available right now. What you get essentially is a lifetime membership, a full mentoring course, an advanced course. You get the Blue Summit videos, weekly Q&A sessions every Sunday, group session archives, which that by alone has about 100 hours of content, weekly analysis videos, midweek analysis videos, MT4 and MT5 indicators, a customized trading journal so you could actually journal your trades every day, and then a backtesting journal that you can use to backtest and collect all of your data. Not to mention a mentoring private chat, guys. So all the information is in the link in the description if you want to join now. We look forward to seeing you there, guys, and take care of yourselves.